Sean Diddy Combs or people affiliated with him did something to you that caused you to have multi-organ failure?
I believe this to be the case, yes. Absolutely.
Wow.
My first time saying it.
I'm like the proud mother. Yes, do you see my smile? Jeez.
What's the odds that you would do that in front of the camera? Like, that's one of the moments where he forgot he was on tape.
This update hit like a storm. Many people were left disappointed when 50 Cent's documentary on Sean Diddy Combs completely skipped over one of the most controversial chapters of all, the mysterious death of Kim Porter. That silence did not go unnoticed. The internet erupted with non-stop speculation, questions, and frustration. But now, the story appears to be taking a dramatic turn. Industry whispers suggest that Kim Porter's oldest son, Quincy Brown, may be quietly working with 50 Cent on a brand new documentary focused entirely on his. Quincy Brown has always stood apart from Diddy's other sons. Even though Diddy played a major role in raising him, the contrast has been clear for years. And people have noticed. When Homeland Security raided Diddy's properties last year, chaos followed. Christian Combs and Justin Combs were reportedly present and briefly detained, with images spreading across the internet within minutes. But Quincy was nowhere to be found. The twins were absent too. That silence only deepened the mystery. Where was Quincy Brown when everything fell apart? Adding fuel to the fire, singer Jaguar Wright publicly claimed that Quincy may have been quietly cooperating with federal investigators. That statement sent the internet into a frenzy. No one knew what was true, but one thing was obvious. Quincy wasn't moving like the rest of them. Rumors soon began circulating that Quincy was in witness protection, but those claims quickly fell apart. He was seen attending Diddy's trial, sitting with family in full view of the cameras. That appearance alone shut down those theories. However, new reports paint a different picture. Sources now claim Quincy Brown stayed close to Diddy for one powerful reason: to protect his sisters. Allegedly, he was deeply concerned for their safety and determined to honor a promise he made to his mother, Kim Porter, to always look out for them no matter what. That could explain his silence. Quincy never gave interviews about his mother's death, never posted emotional messages online, and never publicly pointed fingers. But insiders say that silence wasn't weakness, it was strategy. According to reports, Quincy knew he couldn't make any moves until the timing was right, and now it appears that moment may have finally arrived. Reports suggest Quincy Brown is developing a full-length documentary dedicated to Kim Porter's life, the unanswered questions surrounding her passing, and the long, complicated history between her and Diddy. With 50 Cent rumored to be involved once again, many believe this project could bring long-hidden truths to light. Something about Kim Porter's death never sat right with the public. On November 15, 2018, tragedy struck when Kim Porter was found unresponsive in her Los Angeles home. A family member discovered her in bed, and by the time paramedics arrived, it was too late. Kim Porter, just 47 years old, was gone. The shock rippled across the world. An autopsy later listed lobar pneumonia as the official cause of death, and the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner ruled it natural. On paper, that explanation seems clear, but once you examine the timeline more closely, questions begin to surface. Reports state that Kim first complained of a sore throat around November 7th. By November 12th, she developed a fever that escalated rapidly. The sudden shift from mild symptoms to a fatal outcome left many uneasy. Medical records show she tested negative for both the flu and strep throat. She was being treated with antibiotics, vitamins, and pain medication. According to family reports, by November 14th, Kim was actually feeling better. Her fever had broken, and she felt well enough to receive a massage that evening. That detail has always raised eyebrows. If she was battling pneumonia, why bring an outside individual into the home? Even more concerning, the identity of the massage therapist has never been publicly disclosed. That missing detail continues to haunt the timeline, leaving many to wonder whether everything about that night has truly been explained.
Do you think that hip-hop culture was on trial as much as Sean Combs was?
Look, if I didn't say anything, you would interpret it as the hip-hop is fine with his behaviors.
What made everything even more confusing was the coroner's final report. It confirmed that Kim Porter had no history of drug or alcohol use and no underlying medical conditions. By every account, she was healthy, active, and thriving, making her sudden death feel even more unsettling. Not long after her passing, the first person to openly question the official narrative was Kim's ex and Quincy Brown's biological. He recalled Kim laughing, smiling, and enjoying herself while watching him and Diddy interact at a theater. His message was unmistakable. Kim Porter appeared happy, full of life, and nowhere near the fragile state described in the official report. He ended the post with a powerful hashtag, "Don't let the love songs fool you." Many interpreted that line as a direct jab at Sean Diddy Combs and his public tributes to Kim. The post was raw, emotional, and layered with meaning. Shortly after, Al deleted it, later explaining that Quincy Brown had reached out and said the post was too triggering for him to see. Still, even after removing it, Al B. Sure never walked back his stance. He later doubled down, making it clear he still does not believe the official explanation for Kim Porter's death adds up. Fans immediately began speculating that Diddy may have pressured Quincy to convince his father to delete the post. Some even claimed Diddy was trying to create distance between Al and Quincy in an effort to quiet the growing noise. But through all the controversy, Al refused to back down. He continued speaking out, despite the discomfort it caused, hinting repeatedly that there was far more to Kim's death than the public had been told. Then, in November 2021, Al B. Sure dropped another bombshell. He posted a throwback photo of himself with Kim Porter and Quincy Brown, paired with a caption that sent chills through his followers. He revealed that Kim once messaged him, saying, "Life imitating art, art imitating life. Now it all makes sense." He hinted that she had shared even deeper, more personal details with him, details he has never publicly revealed. Al went on to claim that Kim told him she was running and that he advised her to contact the FBI. That statement alone stunned fans. In the comments, Al B. Sure didn't hold back, writing, "You would never believe what she went through." With that, he made one thing unmistakably clear. He believes Kim Porter's story goes far beyond what the world has been told. That's when the story took a truly eerie turn. Just months after his explosive posts questioning Kim Porter's death, Al B. Sure was suddenly rushed to the hospital following a mysterious medical emergency that doctors reportedly struggled to explain. Details were limited at first, but what Al later revealed stunned his supporters. According to Al B. Sure, he collapsed unexpectedly while working in the studio. Out of nowhere, he developed multiple serious health complications simultaneously, without warning signs or a clear medical cause. The situation quickly became life-threatening. Al would ultimately spend nearly 2 months in a coma. When he finally regained consciousness, Al revealed that he had undergone several emergency procedures, including an organ transplant, multiple blood transfusions, intubation, and extended time on a ventilator. The severity of the ordeal shocked fans and reignited concern around his earlier claims. Online, speculation surged. Many users began pointing out that several individuals connected, directly or indirectly, to Sean Diddy Combs' inner circle had reportedly suffered serious illnesses or died from pneumonia-related conditions over the years. Names like Heavy D, Brittany Murphy, and Bobby Christina Brown resurfaced in online discussions. What fueled the conversation even more was the fact that Bobby Christina Brown's autopsy listed lobar pneumonia, the same official cause cited in Kim Porter's death. That single similarity reignited old theories and sent social media into overdrive. Despite nearly losing his life, Al B. Sure did not change his position. he continued to publicly state that he does not believe Kim Porter's death was random or fully explained. Rather than retreating, Al remained active online, posting cryptic messages and firm statements that further fueled speculation about possible connections between Kim's passing and his own medical crisis. The pressure surrounding the situation intensified, and this year it reached a new level when Al B. Sure was given a major platform to speak directly to the public. In a powerful interview with Fox 5 New York, tied to his upcoming memoir, Al looked straight into the camera and asked one haunting question: "Do you believe me now?" The moment was emotional and chilling. During the interview, Al made it clear that he never believed Kim Porter's death was natural. He went further, strongly suggesting that he believes Diddy may be connected not only to Kim's passing, but also to the medical emergency that nearly cost him his life. Al B. Sure claimed he is 100% convinced that someone attempted to silence him in 2022, shortly after he began speaking publicly about Kim Porter's death. That statement alone sent shockwaves across social media, drawing reactions from fans, journalists, and industry insiders alike. He reiterated that he does not believe pneumonia was the true cause of Kim's death, and insists that critical details remain hidden. According to Al, the truth will eventually come out, especially now that his claims have been documented by a major news outlet. As a result, conversations surrounding Kim Porter's death have grown louder, more serious, and harder to dismiss. At the same time, questions remain about Al B. Sure's relationship with his son, Quincy Brown. Some sources claim the two have been quietly working to rebuild their bond, while others suggest unresolved tension still exists. It's also unclear whether Al B. Sure is directly involved in the rumored documentary Quincy is said to be developing about Kim's life and death. Fans, however, hope he is. After all, Al B. Sure was the first and remains one of the only high-profile figures in the... And now, with the spotlight shining brighter than ever, that demand is echoing louder than before. Al B. Sure's voice carries real weight, and at this moment, it may matter more than ever. Many believe Kim Porter deserves clear answers and real accountability, especially when you consider what 50 Cent has already uncovered while revisiting unresolved cases involving Tupac Shakur and the notorious B.I.G. Those stories revealed how power, influence, and silence can shape events behind the scenes, forcing the public to re-examine long-ignored narratives. As a result, more people are now looking at Kim Porter's case through a very different lens. There is a growing belief that Sean Diddy Combs maintained a long-standing pattern of control over those closest to him, and many feel Kim may not have been exempt from that dynamic. Past accounts and reports describe a relationship in which Kim allegedly lived under intense control, raising red flags long before Cassie Ventura ever entered the public conversation. Over the years, Diddy has built a reputation as someone who never willingly gives up control, someone known for moving strategically to protect his image, power, and influence. Now, with Quincy Brown quietly stepping forward and persistent whispers of a full-length documentary in development, many believe the truth about Kim's life and what may have really happened could finally begin to surface. The world is watching closely. Now, in 2026, this story has taken on an entirely new life. What began as quiet speculation surrounding Kim Porter's passing and Diddy's alleged influence has erupted into one of the most serious scandals the entertainment industry has ever faced. With Diddy facing multiple federal investigations, the spotlight on everyone connected to him, especially Quincy Brown and Al B. Sure, has never been more intense. In late 2025, Homeland Security and the FBI confirmed ongoing investigations tied to Sean Diddy Combs following multiple raids on his Los Angeles and Miami properties. These were not rumors. Federal agents seized electronic devices, hard drives, and travel records as part of what officials described as a multi-jurisdictional probe. According to authorities, the investigations involve allegations of sex trafficking, coercion, and financial misconduct, with officials publicly stating they are examining potential connections stretching back decades. At the same time, major outlets, including Rolling Stone, The Guardian, and Fox 5 New York, have continued investigating patterns of unexplained incidents surrounding individuals once close to Diddy. And repeatedly, Kim Porter's name resurfaces. Fans and observers alike have questioned whether her death and the unusual medical crisis experienced by Al B. Sure could be part of a broader pattern involving fear, silence, and control within Diddy's inner circle. Meanwhile, 50 Cent has shown no signs of backing down. He has openly teased another documentary, one rumored to dig even deeper into Diddy's legal troubles, the industry's darker history, and the unresolved questions surrounding Kim Porter's death. On social media, 50 Cent has remained relentless, posting court updates, commentary, and pointed reminders that the truth eventually finds its way out. While Quincy Brown has largely stayed silent publicly, industry insiders claim he has been working behind the scenes, quietly gathering accounts from Kim's closest friends and family to ensure her story and legacy are told truthfully. As federal investigations intensify and more witnesses reportedly come forward, what was once a silent story is now echoing across the entertainment world. The pressure is building. Long-held secrets appear to be unraveling, and one haunting question refuses to disappear. What really happened to Kim Porter, and how deep does this go? By early 2026, the situation surrounding Diddy's downfall has only grown darker. What began as isolated allegations has expanded into a full-scale federal investigation involving Homeland Security, the FBI, and multiple state agencies. According to verified reporting from CNN, Rolling Stone, and NBC News, authorities are actively reviewing claims tied to years of alleged abuse, trafficking, and financial crimes connected to Diddy's business empire and personal network. In December 2025, Rolling Stone confirmed that several individuals previously associated with Bad Boy Entertainment formally cooperated with investigators. According to reports, these witnesses have provided digital evidence and first-hand statements detailing alleged misconduct dating back to the late 1990s. Court filings indicate that federal prosecutors are now exploring potential racketeering-related charges, suggesting the investigation may extend far beyond the earlier civil lawsuits filed by Cassie Ventura and others. Cassie Ventura's 2023 lawsuit, which settled within just 24 hours, is widely believed to have opened the floodgates. By 2024, multiple women had come forward with similar claims, describing an alleged long-standing pattern of violence, coercion, and intimidation. Those cases are now being reviewed alongside the ongoing federal probe, which has reportedly expanded to include former associates, security personnel, and industry insiders. Public sentiment toward Sean Diddy Combs has shifted dramatically. Several major brands and media partners have quietly cut ties, while multiple award shows have reportedly removed his name from upcoming tributes or nomination considerations. Streaming platforms are also said to be reviewing royalty arrangements connected to his catalog amid mounting legal scrutiny. At the same time, public interest in Kim Porter's death has been reignited. As federal investigations continue to resurface older files, journalists have begun re-examining inconsistencies in her autopsy timeline and statements made by people close to her. While authorities have not officially reopened her case, it has repeatedly been cited in recent media coverage as a pivotal moment that first led many to question Diddy's private world. Throughout all of this, Quincy Brown has remained noticeably reserved. However, sources close to the family told Daily Mail that he has been quietly ensuring his younger sisters remain protected amid the turmoil. Those same sources claim Quincy has not ruled out publicly addressing his mother's story in the future. As 2026 unfolds, the investigation surrounding Sean Diddy Combs has reached a critical stage, and this time, developments are being supported by official records and digital evidence. According to verified reporting from CNN, NBC News, Rolling Stone, and the New York Times, federal agents are actively preparing their next steps after uncovering what sources describe as substantial evidence during the 2024 and 2025 raids on Diddy's Los Angeles and Miami properties. Those raids were conducted by Homeland Security Investigations, HSI, as part of a broader probe into alleged sex trafficking, racketeering, and money laundering tied to Diddy's business network. Law enforcement officials confirmed that multiple electronic devices, including phones, computers, and encrypted hard drives, were seized and are currently being analyzed by federal forensic teams. The same reports indicate that several former employees, bodyguards, assistants, and producers have cooperated with investigators, offering first-hand accounts that reportedly align with claims made by Cassie Ventura's 2023 lawsuit. In early 2026, both Rolling Stone and The Guardian confirmed that additional witnesses had come forward, describing what they called decades of abuse and intimidation hidden behind a carefully curated public image. Federal sources told NBC News that investigators are now focused on linking Diddy's alleged personal conduct to his corporate entities, raising the possibility that financial crimes may be connected to the same patterns of coercive control long rumored in his private life. Meanwhile, social media has exploded with renewed discussion surrounding Kim Porter's 2018 death. Although the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner has not reopened her case, her name continues to trend alongside every major update in Diddy's investigation. Fans, journalists, and even former associates have called for authorities to re-examine her autopsy and timeline in light of newly emerging federal evidence. Quincy Brown has not issued public statements. Outlets such as Page 6 and People report that he has deliberately stayed out of the spotlight, focusing on family and maintaining distance from anything connected to Diddy's brand. Al B. Sure, however, has continued to stand firm. He has shared that he is praying for the truth to surface and remains convinced that justice will eventually prevail. With each new revelation, the once untouchable music mogul's empire appears to be unraveling piece by piece. The industry is now bracing for what could become one of the most consequential legal showdowns in entertainment history. And if you think this story is intense now, just wait. The next video dives even deeper into a shocking new set of connections involving people you would never expect. It's real, it's unsettling, and it raises questions that are impossible to ignore. Click here to watch the next video and see what unfolds next. Before you go, we want to hear from you. After everything you've just learned about Kim Porter, Quincy Brown, Al B. Sure, and the investigations surrounding Sean Diddy Combs, do you believe the truth is finally coming out, or are there still deeper secrets hiding behind the scenes? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're reading every single one.